All right, let's talk about something that's way more complicated than it needs to be. Getting your first credit card when you're a gig worker. It's this unique problem, right? Because your income doesn't fit into that neat little 9 to 5 box, and well, the whole financial world is still kind of playing catch up.
So, if you've ever been staring at a rejection email, just wondering why the money you work so hard for isn't seen as real income, yeah, this is for you. We're going to break down exactly why it's so tough, and way more importantly, what you can actually do to start building your credit right now. Let's get into it. And this quote right here just gets to the absolute heart of it. See, it's not you, it's the algorithm. These computer systems are just built to look for a steady, predictable paycheck. So when they see your income going up and down, even if it's great money, the system just flags it as a risk and boom, automatic rejection. A person probably never even saw your application. And that brings us to what we're calling the gig worker's dilemma. It's this total disconnect between what the old system wants to see and what the modern economy actually is. Let's really dig into that mismatch. Okay, so check this out. On the one hand, you've got what lenders are looking for: pay stubs, regular deposits from one employer, years at the same job. But what do you have? You've got months of bank statements showing consistent deposits from Uber, from DoorDash, from Instacart. You've got a solid history of gig work. The point is, you have the proof, you just need to frame it in a way they understand and use the right tools. Now, another huge piece of this puzzle is having what's called a thin file. And listen, this just means the credit bureaus don't have a lot of data on you. That's it. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're a risk. It just means you're a blank slate. But lenders look at a blank slate and they get nervous because they have no history to go on. So our job is to start writing that history. So how do we start writing that history? Let's look at the tools that were literally designed for this exact situation. We're not talking about fancy travel cards with big rewards here. We're talking about the foundational tools that are going to get you in the game. The most common starting point, and it's a really smart one, is a secured credit card. The concept is genius. You give the bank a small deposit, let's say $200, and that $200 becomes your credit limit. You use the card just like any other card, you make your payments on time, and the bank reports all that good behavior to the credit bureaus. For them, there's almost zero risk because they're holding your money. That makes getting approved so much easier. And here are two perfect examples of these modern tools. You've got the Chime Credit Builder. It's a true secured card, zero monthly fee, and this is huge, it reports to all three credit bureaus. That's the gold standard. Then you have something like Extra. It's actually a debit card, but it acts like a credit card for reporting your spending. The big difference? Chime's free, Extra has a monthly fee. But the key thing for both? No credit check required to get started. Okay, so you've picked out a tool, you're ready to start building credit. But now you hit that next roadblock. How do you actually prove your income? For gig workers, this can be, well, a total mess. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? That feeling of trying to patch together screenshots from 3 different apps, digging up bank statements, and somehow making it all look professional for a landlord or a lender. It's a massive headache. But thankfully, technology is solving this problem too. Tools like GigProof have boiled this down to 3 incredibly simple steps. Seriously, you just log into your work apps like you always do, the tool reads the earnings info that's right there on your screen, and then you click one button. That's it. It spits out a clean, professional PDF report. It just turns all that chaos into clarity. Now, maybe the most important part of this new approach is security. With these kinds of tools, everything happens right on your own computer. Your data never leaves your device. The tool isn't saving your passwords or syncing with your bank account on some random server. Your sensitive info stays with you. It's not just a feature, it's the whole point. Okay, so you've got your first card, you've got a way to prove your income. What's next? Let's look at the long game. This is the roadmap from taking that very first step to building a really strong credit profile that starts opening doors for you. And this really shows you how the journey unfolds. Building credit is a marathon, not a sprint. After about 6 months of just paying on time, you'll finally get your first credit score. Keep up those good habits, and in a year, you can see some real meaningful jumps. By year 2, getting a score over 700 is totally realistic. For example, one study found that Chime users saw their score go up by an average of 30 points in just 8 months. Now, the single most important habit you need to build is keeping your credit utilization low. What on earth does that mean? It's simple. If your credit limit is $500, you should try to never let your balance go above $150. It just shows lenders that you're not desperate for credit and that you can manage it responsibly. And this is a massive deal. It accounts for about 30% of your entire score. And finally, let's just quickly run through the traps to avoid. Don't apply for a whole bunch of cards at once. Every application dings your score a little. Be honest about your income. Stay away from those shady guaranteed approval cards that have insane fees. Like we just said, don't max out your card. And the most important one, never, ever miss a payment. Even being one day late can set you back for a long, long time. So here's the bottom line. Your first credit card isn't about getting cash back or travel miles. It's about one thing, proof. It's about proving to the whole financial system that you are a reliable, responsible person. Every single on-time payment is another piece of evidence building your case. So the only real question left is, are you ready to start building?